Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
Welcome to this week's Music That Drives You with the team from Jaguar Land Rover.
I've been driving in my car. It's not quite a Jaguar. I bought it in Primrose Hill from a bloke from Brazil. It was made in 59 in a factory by the Tyne. It says Morris on the door, the GPO owned it before. I drive in it for my job, the governor calls me a slob, but I don't really care. Give me some gas and the open air. It's a bit old, but it's mine. I mend it in my spare time. Just last week I changed the oil, the rocker valves and the coil. Just last week I changed the oil. Last week it went round the clock. I also had a little knock. I dented somebody's fender. He learned not to park on a bender. I've been driving in my car. It don't look much, but I've been far. I drive up to Maswell Hill. I've even been to Selseybill. I drove along the A45. I had her up to 58. This copper stopped me the other day. Your mistake, what could I say? The tyres were a little worn, they were okay, I could have sworn. I like driving in my car. I'm satisfied I've got this far. I like driving in my car. It don't look much, but I've been far. I like driving in my car, even with a flat tire. I like driving in my car. It's not quite a Jaguar. I like driving in my car. I'm satisfied I've got this far.
Good afternoon, I'm Jason Dixon, and me and my co-host Simon Marston will be driving you down memory lane for the next hour, looking back at your favourite cars and music to drive to. We have today with us the Jaguar Land Rover Masters team. Say hello, team.
Hello! Tracy, welcome.
Thank you.
I just wanted to go through, what was your favourite first car then?
My first car was a 1982 Vauxhall Astra 1.3L. It was very sophisticated for the time. It had a cassette deck and a choke, which some listeners might not even remember chokes.
Just about.
Yeah. It was brilliant. It was the best car I've ever had. Really basic. What colour?
Colour, come on Tracy, what colour?
Rusty brown, but it wasn't rusty. It was just that colour. And the seats were the same colour inside.
What, vinyl?
No cloth.
Cloth, ooh.
And a bit of vinyl.
And a bit of...
Yeah, it was a very good car.
And the cassette player in there?
Yeah, Wham Fantastic.
Wham Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
5-speed or 4-speed?
4.
4-speed.
Yeah, it wasn't that posh, but I learnt to drive in it. It was my granddad's car, and when I passed my test in it, he let me have the car, so it was really special.
So it didn't cost you anything either?
No, and I can even remember the registration number.
Go on.
MSG 388X.
So do you think it's still out there?
It's not. I've checked, because if it was, I would
You've
have bought
checked?
it. Yeah, I would have bought it back, but no, it's not out there anymore.
So it's just a lump now.
It must be scrapped.
It's somebody's fridge, isn't it?
Probably. Or there's hens living in it.
What was your favourite piece of music you listened to in it then?
Oh, God. Favourite piece of music?
Well, you had Madness there.
Yeah, that was about at the time. It was probably Wham Fantastic on cassette. Road trips with my best friend, because she lived quite a way away, and we went all over in the car, and it never let us down. We went to all over Scotland, seaside, and it just went and went and went. It was good on fuel. It was absolutely
with
fantastic.
Wham blaring away all the time. Yeah.
Fantastic. And what was your first car then, please, Alex?
Mine, like Tracy, was a Vauxhall also. To the different end of the scale, mine was a Nightmare. It was a Corsa. One of that I'd love to forget, but I'm afraid I remember it for the rest of my life.
What made you choose the Corsa, Alex?
I was a young lad, 18, insurance purposes.
And you have the big boy alloys on it, yeah?
Certainly.
And the big bore exhaust.
Exactly, double. Started off red when I first got it. When I sold it, it was pink, just down to the sunlight.
Fantastic. You
So,
look polishing it then.
Yeah, plenty of polish on it. But one to forget, wouldn't go in reverse.
It wouldn't go in reverse.
No,
So how did you drive it if it wouldn't go in reverse?
had to push it out in neutral.
So each and every time you had to get out and push the car. If you put it in the...
Exactly.
have
So,
shouldn't we?
like I said, it was one to forget. If I were going to speak about songs like Tracy, was my favourite song in it was the Verve Bittersweet Symphony.
Brilliant
Classic,
song.
classic.
Yeah.
It was the first song on a CD I had in the car, but I had an issue with the CD player, so it wouldn't skip to the next track. So I
You got to know the words very well then.
I listened to it on repeat constantly for the full year they had it. So
You had no choice,
it's now ruined the song for me.
Yeah, never listen again.
And Steve, what was your first car then?
Again, Vauxhall, like these guys, Vauxhall Astra, but mine was a bit later than yours. It was a 1995 N-Reg, and it was a limited edition one. It was something to do with the World Cup or the European Cup that year when it was
I
made.
remember that.
The
1996.
footballs on the side?
Yeah, it had footballs on the side of it.
Yeah.
I remember buying it. It was quite low mileage, and I bought it second hand. And I did about 40,000 miles in the first year.
Well,
You know, I bought
that's
it.
some going for one of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how I actually made it, and it went all that way. But I think the extra bit, it got me air conditioning. It got me, I think it was a CD player as well.
And the
You
air
know, so
conditioning,
it-
if I remember rightly, when you put the button on, that was half the power of the car gone at the same time.
straight away
Yeah.
at the same
Yeah.
time. That's
Yeah.
it. It was so slow, but used to use so much fuel. It was shocking. But at the time, when I was only 17 at the time, and it was like the best car in the world. You know, we used to get all my mates in there. We used to go different places down south, up to Blackpool, Scotland, everywhere. The car went everywhere.
So what was the tunes that were playing when we were on it?
It was, well, I wouldn't say we had a favourite song, but it was just all dance tracks, you know, from the time at that point. You know, it was just a
Permanent dance music
Yeah,
on.
dance music.
Windows down.
Windows down, all that. It looked like the car had been drove through Halford shop window. You know, big wheels on it, exhaust, all the rest of it. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we'll come back to that in a second. And now is a promotional video.
Introduction.
Thank you.
We're chatting your life and your style. Join Dr. Audrey, Jill and the Lifestyle team for topical talk and tunes on Lifestyle MK, Tuesdays 7 till 8 p.m. on Seclo Sounds.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
Welcome back, and we're just discussing our first cars here today. We've been discussing that with Steve, Alex and Tracy, and we're just about to bring in some of our other colleagues here from JLR regarding their first cars. So
Stuart, we're just going to ask you. Obviously, we've heard what Tracy's absolute joy of a first car was there. Classic Vauxhall Astra. So go on, tell us.
Good afternoon. Well, my first car was a Peugeot 306 1.9 diesel turbo.
A turbo?
Yes.
Ooh, right, okay. So that one I was all blow and go for all of about 5 seconds and then...
Yeah, basically, yeah, it was like that. Love the car though.
Yeah.
So comfortable.
Colour?
Blue.
And it stayed blue, did it?
It did stay blue, yes.
Even being a Peugeot?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. And what were the tunes that you were playing?
My favourite album at the time to listen to in the car was Maroon 5, Songs About Jane.
Oh, fantastic tune.
So,
Classic track.
brilliant album.
Yeah. And how long do you have that car for?
Only a couple of years,
Right.
and then obviously moved on.
Bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things.
Do you miss the car?
Yes.
And do you know
always
whatever
have a love
happened to
affair
it?
with your first car, don't you?
Say again,
You always
sir.
have a love affair with your first car.
You do. You love that thing, yeah?
Yeah.
So, moving on to our friend Chris.
How's it going?
Good, thank you. So, your first car, please.
Mine was a 1994 Fiat Cinquecento in bright yellow.
Banana yellow.
Yeah, very much so.
And was that the same on the interior as well?
Not quite, no. I mean, there was yellow paint inside, but...
So what attracted you to that thing then, apart from the colour?
It wasn't really colour, it was just... I'd just passed the test and it was a cheap car, so...
Yeah, and how much did you pay for that?
£200.
Oh, what?
Hey, not bad.
It's a bargain, that.
It was at the time, yeah. Just shame that a year later the rear end rusted off.
And that was the end of that, yeah?
It was, yeah.
Well, I think it was typical of them at that time, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I mean, I remember in first week I racked up over 1,000 mile in it, so that could be a reason why.
Fantastic.
Impressive for a Cinquecento. 1,000 miles in a Cinquecento.
That's it.
And what were you playing at the time?
It was actually Meatloaf's Battle of Hell.
And that's how you were going in the Cinquecento as well, was it?
Pretty
Yeah?
much so, yeah.
That's how long it lasted.
I was waiting for the end of the song where it runs into a ditch and I probably don't know what to me.
I'm sure there's other Meatloaf titles to write that thing off in there anyway.
sure
Yeah?
there is.
Brilliant.
Do anything for love, but I ain't doing that.
And David, what car were you driving as your first car?
My first car was an Austin Metro.
Fantastic.
CX, 1 litre.
Hydroelastic suspension.
Oh, fantastic.
Was it leaning?
No, it was
No,
actually
it was
absolutely
fantastic.
level. I got it. I took it to Rover Garage, and they had the equipment and they set it up, and it was absolutely level because I knew about the suspension not being right and them leaning over. So yes, it was a great car. I bought it really as a mountain bike transporter because at the time I didn't want a bike rack because there was a lot of mountain bikes being nicked off bike racks, so I wanted to be able to lock the bike in the car, which is obviously
It's
can't
way
do.
of doing it, isn't
Weren't
it?
they easy enough to break in without the bike?
Well, you had two goals there. Nobody would want to nick a Metro either, would they?
Yeah,
They would be the
exactly.
bike, so, you know, do you,
Yeah,
mate? Right.
Exactly. It was actually quite good because the first time I went mountain biking, I locked the car and left the keys in the lock.
And no one wanted to take it.
No one took the car.
And I got back and it was still there. that was quite a good one. Yeah.
I bet the bike was worth more than the car.
Yeah, nearly.
I think the only Austin Metro that left the factory level, so you had that rare model indeed, didn't you?
I did.
Wow. Right.
I did.
And what were the star features of that car? That wouldn't have had power steering or anything like that at the time?
Don't be ridiculous. Not power steering.
No?
The star feature of that car was a massive pair of Kenwood speakers in the back.
Right.
Because it was a three-door. And basically, they took the interior trim out where the back seat was and put these two massive speakers in. The idea was absolutely fantastic. I was just driving onto Techno, just carrying on.
I wouldn't have had you known as Techno.
It was fantastic.
Well, you completely went against their, marketing campaign there. Really.
I
You wanted
certainly
to, the Austin Metro driver wasn't a techno listener either, was he?
No, not really,
I think it's
no.
more Valdunican, I think. But
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
well done, Dave. So, and what colour was that?
That was red.
Oh, so it wasn't
Flame
the
red.
old.
It was a flame red, and it stayed flame red.
Fantastic.
I thought they're all hearing aid beige. Then
Oh no! This one was. It was
that
a
or
one-off.
it was a one-off.
It was a one-off.
I told you it was a
It was
one-off.
a one-off. Yeah, it came off the production line red and flat. So that was fantastic.
That was just the engine, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the engine. Yes.
Take it never went pink then, obviously. If you
It
say.
didn't actually. No, it didn't go pink. It went rusty sort of colour.
So how long did that last then?
That lasted. I think I had it about 2 years.
Right, just as the techno scene was going, was it? Yeah.
Oh no! The techno scene was carrying on, and so did Metro number 2. But no, I won.
You went on to another one.
I had the second one.
Punishment.
You are a sucker for punishment.
Punishment. Oh yeah, my second Metro was a Metro. It was a 5-door Metro.
Ooh, 5 doors.
I think it was a Mayfair as well. So I had very
The Mayfair.
Still
Yeah.
4-speed though.
Still 4-speed.
Speed, yeah.
But it was a 1300.
Oh,
And
wow.
did it have velour trim?
It did.
You
Oh,
tell you the
fantastic.
Mayfair. What?
That was great. Was
That was to wrap his mountain bike up in to keep it safe.
That was fantastic. Yes, belting up the M6 up to Scotland in that.
Wow. So you,
50.
Oh no! That's 1,300. You could get about 90 out of it.
Well,
Downhill.
well, by then you must be the honorary member of the Metro Owners Club, would it?
Yes.
Right, moving on.